Welcome to an episode of Potion Sword Run. In this episode, we're going to be talking about prison food, U.S. prison food, and how awful it is. I understand these are prisoners and they have committed crimes and they're serving their time. But that doesn't mean that we have to treat them like animals. In particular, when it comes to their food. I came across a bunch of inmate videos showing off their food and what we serve them in our U.S. prison system. And it turns out a lot of their food has bugs in it. I mean, bugs, worms, maggots. Even it looks like mice droppings in some. You can't even tell if it's mice droppings or if it's just worms.
Bugs in juvenile prison food.
And the thing is, it's just not a one-off. These videos come from across the whole United States prison system.
Juvenile prison. Dinner with bugs. Rotting fruit. Think before you act. Don't come to prison.
And supposedly they allow a certain amount of worms and stuff to be in the food. They consider it safe to eat. Sure, it can be safe to eat, insects and stuff, but that is gross. Imagine you having to eat food with insects in it, with worms, with mice droppings, with maggots. But yeah, we do this to our fellow citizens, even though they're incarcerated. It doesn't matter. One day you may be incarcerated. I might be incarcerated. And this is the food that we eat. And it's not just having worms or maggots or droppings in our food. It's the type of food we feed them. Look at this.
So I'm gonna show y'all what they serve for dinner tonight. Got grits, beans, some type of sauce, some collard greens, some bread. This shit like it been dropped on the floor a couple times. I don't know what's up with that. No spoon, no way to eat none of this shit. November 10th, 2024, this how they coming, man. This Florida prison for y'all.
It's like, come on, bro. Like, this shit can't be real. They were y'all throwing on the trailer, like, this how y'all coming? This shit wicked. What the fuck is this?
You know how Sundays, you could be having a real fucked up day. You go home and eat a real nice meal and everything just get better. This is what we got. They call this shit a rat patty. This shit, a rat won't eat this. Like, we don't even know what this is.
This is not nutritious at all. It's all slop. It's gross. It's very unappetizing to say the least. Now, when you compare it to food being served to prisoners in Japan, there's no comparison night and day.
Guys who often go to jail in various countries know this. Japanese prison food looks average, but the taste and nutritional combination are top-notch. Every morning at 9:30, prisoners selected to work in the kitchen need to change into white overalls, hats, and gloves in advance. Prison guards will check their fingers to see if there is dirt. Today's meat dish is fried chicken steak. Prisoners put marinated chicken steaks into the pan. The machine will automatically calculate the frying time of the chicken steak. After ripening, it is sent out via a conveyor belt. Prisoners put fried chicken steaks into an incubator. The delicious sauce is already added to the rice before steaming. In order to enrich the nutrition and taste, the prisoners also added radishes, corn, and peas. Then mix evenly and put it in a bowl. This looks delicious. The most dangerous place in the prison is the vegetable cutting area. There are only a few knives for prisoners to use, and the knife cannot leave the chopping board no matter what. Any violation will be dealt with immediately and seriously. Blanch the cut vegetables in hot water. Add seasonings and mix well to add flavor. Finally, take out the plate. Put the chicken steak and vegetables in it, although the portion is not much, but it looks delicious. Have sufficient protein and dietary fiber. For dessert, it was a piece of cheese bread. In order to avoid unnecessary commotion caused by large-scale meal pickup, early warning orders the prisoners on duty to distribute food to each seat. Then let the remaining prisoners come to the cafeteria to eat. They are very happy when they eat. The taste and quality should be good. Ever wondered what a typical breakfast looks like behind bars in Japan? We were granted rare access to film the morning routine in a prison kitchen. Pre-processed vegetables and sauces arrive prepped, requiring only heating. The first course on today's menu is a comforting cabbage and tofu soup. Washed cabbage is simmered until tender before a generous portion of flavorful pre-made sauce is added. A quick stir releases a wave of enticing aromas. Finally, diced tofu is incorporated for a protein boost and the soup is complete. Rice, the breakfast staple, is meticulously prepared according to predetermined ratios displayed on the cooking machine. The final touch, pickles retrieved from communal lunch boxes provide a tangy counterpoint to the rice. A simple side of kelp and fishbone soup rounds out the meal. This unpretentious spread of 4 items fuels a prisoner's day. While the focus is on practicality, comments suggest the taste and quality are surprisingly decent. What do you think? Does this breakfast seem like a fair and healthy way to start a day in prison?
In Japan, it looks like even for the prisoners, they have respect. A typical breakfast is nutritious. And when it comes to dinner and lunch, sometimes they get fried chicken and it's made like the real way, fried chicken. When it comes to U.S. system, they're allowed about $4, about $3.50 for each inmate to feed them a day. And this is the best I can come up with. Food with worms in it. Food with mice droppings in it. Now I understand $3.50 ain't a lot of money, but we consider, you know, you're gonna buy mashed potatoes or something for a whole lot, it's gonna cost you what, 50 cents spread across all inmates. Throw in a piece of meat in there somewhere, maybe a couple of dollars across all inmates, and then a veggie, another $1 across all inmates. That would be way better than the stuff they're serving now, all like expired products full of worms. It's all goop, all of it. It's all liquids. And you're supposed to scarf it up with bread. Just bread. And that bunk ass bologna. You're lucky if you get bologna. You know, and sometimes when they get like a normal plate, just something like that, that's edible, they're all grateful for it. But when you look at it, even then, it's not something we should be serving. That should be the minimum.
Good morning, my people. Saturday, May 25th. They just passed out breakfast. We just went down there. Of course, I got some extra jalapenos. Got to keep those up. They gave us this piece of ham, but really it's like turkey. They can't give us ham like that because, you know, all the people that have some type of problem with ham, whatnot. You know what I mean? So, in the cheese slice, apple, they gave us these potatoes. I should go get a whole lot more so I can fry them again. Put the cheese on there, man. That shit was good last time. Yeah. And then got some oatmeal. I guess that's rice oatmeal with the rice. And gave us milks. They had extra milks. And this is the lunch. The lunch is 3 cheese slices, a slice of bread, some cookies. Oh, 2 packs of cookies. There's a malfunction in this one, for sure. 2 packs of cookies, a slice of bread, gave us some mustard, and 3 slices of cheese. Everybody be blessed, man. God is good.
You know, there is an alternative though. They do have commissary where they're able to buy things. But the problem is about 60 to 75% of all inmates can't afford the commissary. First of all, they ain't got no income coming in. The only income they have is the slave labor that they do during prison sentences. They get paid about 5 to 35 cents a day for their labor. And you got to save that 35 cents for the week, you know, to make their, $3 or something. But the thing is, in commissary, when you go buy your cup of noodles or your cookies or your whatever you're going to, chili beans or whatever you're going to buy, the thing is, they mark those things up as 65%. And that is why 60%, 70% of the inmates can't afford it, even with their slave wage jobs. Because they're also making a killing off a commissary. Not only are they making a killing off their wages, off the labor, they're also gouging them with commissary, charging them to 65% for a cup of noodles, where it would cost someone 20 cents for a cup of noodle, is gonna cost them $1. You know what I mean? So they're working what? Working like 4 days for a cup of noodle. It's gotten so bad, this gouging, that there's legislation in California at least trying to fight this, trying to cut their gouging to only about 15 to 20% instead of 65%. But the thing is, the ones that can afford it, at least they are eating better.
Well, what a treat. They passed out dinner. And one thing about me, folks, I love vegetables. So we're going to throw the carrots on there. Make this tuna melt very delicious. This is the onions and bell peppers. Also throw that on the grill. And a generous kitchen worker, since they didn't have any more salad for me, he gave me these purple onions and more carrots. So I'm gonna put some of that on there. So I added that. Add a little bit more soy sauce to really get that flavor. Then I'm gonna add some sweet and sour hot sauce. And there it is. The fried vegetables on top of the tuna.
Some of them are making meals that are out of this world. I can't believe what they're making behind bars.
What's up, world? It's your boy FBZ reporting live from our gated community. Taco Tuesday again. I got tacos. Then I got sick with it and made the double-decker tacos. Look at that joint, huh? And I got the El Pato. Put that all in that joint like that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get nasty.
Some of them have businesses where they're stock up on all this stuff. They're, they have family members that put money in their books or send them stuff like chips and cookies, and they're able to make a business of it so they can eat well themselves and their salaries as well. There's some people who just, make normal type of prison type foods. They get creative. We have like nachos and stuff. None of it is really healthy at all, but they make do what they have to make do, considering the alternative, eating the freaking food that's served in prison full of worms. Like, what would you eat? I would fight for that commissary food. And the thing is, some of them do make some great food. But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be the privileged who are able to eat the type of, stuff they want to eat in prison. And then the ones that can't afford to have to eat all the stuff with worms in it and goop in it. The way that the United States, especially being the wealthiest country in the world, we don't show it at all. Not the way we treat our citizens. Even the ones behind bars. They made mistakes. Some of them are, not good people. But in the end of the day, they all deserve to be treated with respect. At least when it comes to giving food. Nutritious food. Food that's worth a damn. That's not meant for like livestock or something. I wouldn't even give livestock the type of food that we're giving as citizens. But yeah, we do it. And we don't even bat an eye on it. And the reason why is because these people are behind bars. They're locked up. And I paid it no mind either because, like I said, out of sight, out of mind. But when I started seeing these videos, when it started coming to us, it's not something that I can just ignore. I mean, this is something that we should fix. It's little things like this that would fix society. Little things by little, it builds on top of things. Who knows, maybe if we start showing them that we care about them and by the food that they eat, just giving them food. Just giving them food. Good food. They might be a little bit better, a little bit nicer, and then maybe be better in society when it comes out. You just never know. But treating them like animals, throwing them away, that hasn't worked. We see it in the numbers. They come back out and they go back in. It's just like a revolving door because we don't show them any better. And the way we can start showing them better is by feeding them great, nutritious food. Even at $4 an inmate per day. It can happen if we want to make it happen, but we don't. And these are the results. Worms in our food. I'm gonna keep up with this prison food stuff because, like I said, I'm seeing videos of this in my feeds all the time now. And one thing that I find amusing is that I'm finding these videos of prison food in my feeds. You know, and like some of them are allowed. Like inmates are allowed to make these videos and send them out. I see prison guards in the background and they don't even do anything about it. Others, I'm not sure. But I remember a few years back, my cousin had a phone, but he had to keep it hidden, you know. And that's how he kind of made his money. He would let other people borrow his phone, to put money on his SIM card, and you know that's how it went. But it looks now that it's out in the open. I'm not sure because of the how big social media is, or just allowing it, or maybe it's good behavior. I'm not sure, but some inmates on there are living pretty good. I mean, considering they're behind bars. But like I say, the guy that had a business, he had a TV, he had video games, he had like some kind of, I don't know, iPad or like something to send out these videos and stuff. Maybe just a phone, but I mean, man. Anyways, I know this is something a little bit different. But like I said, this channel is about video games, cats, and harsh realities. And this is one of those harsh realities, the way we treat our citizens behind bars. And it shouldn't be that way. I'm going to leave it right there. Like always, thank you for watching. Remember to enjoy your life. And yeah, peace.